The Indian Army, the police in Baramulla and the Central Reserve Police Force or the CRPF have arrested 2 Lashar-e-Taiba terrorists who had gone to Pakistan on valid Pakistani visas for the purpose of being trained in terrorist activities. According to sources, the terrorists were nabbed immediately after returning via the Atari border. The arrested terrorists had been given Pakistani visas by its High Commission in New Delhi. The duo revealed that they had undergone training in Pakistan along with a large number of Pakistani boys. And most of the boys were from Balochistan and were as young as 10 years old. All right, for more of the story, I'm now joined by my colleague Khalid Shah live from Srinagar. Good evening, Khalid. What more details do we have at this point in time?
Well, yes, indeed, this seems to be a massive operation of Pakistani groups in Pakistan who are indeed training young boys who are going on valid Pakistani visas to Pakistan to impart training. Today, in a press release of Jammu and Kashmir Police, it was revealed that at least 5 of these people have gone across the border, 2 of whom have been arrested by the Baramulla police. 2 more are believed to have been killed in an encounter in Sopore just a few months back. Also, 1 more militant is believed to be underground currently, who had also gone to Pakistan on a valid visa and after returning had gone underground. WION has exclusive details of this particular operation that was launched by Jammu and Kashmir Police, CRPF and Army. We have the images of Pakistani visas, valid Pakistani visas which were stamped by the Pakistan High Commission in Delhi, and also the pictures of these terrorists who were indeed going to the training in Pakistan. The sources in police are revealing that this is not just a number of 2 or 3 people who have gone across on valid Pakistani visas. There is an investigation going on between the central agency and as well as Jammu and Kashmir Police, which is trying to ascertain the number of people who have gone and stayed in Pakistan for more than 60 days and have returned or are involved in some sort of subversive activities out here. This is a big expose in a sense that the Pakistani High Commission is now officially facilitating the training of militants in Pakistan. In the police press release, it was released that there are a lot of teenage boys from Pakistan who have been involved in this training. Boys as young as 10 years old who are getting training in this training camp in Islamabad, Pakistan. So this is clearly a big worry for security forces because as per the sources, there is a very thorough training process which has been going on for a while now. And the most worrying part is that these people have been crossing over on valid visas granted by the Pak High Commission in Delhi.
Indeed, and as you mentioned, Khalid, that Pakistani visas were issued by the High Commission here in New Delhi. You also mentioned about how young boys as young as 10 years old are being given training in terrorist activities. What does that speak to you about the complicity of the Pakistani state in fomenting terror against India and the world at large?
Well, as far as the interrogation of these 2 boys who were arrested by the Baramulla police in North Kashmir, they have revealed that there were Baloch boys as young as 10 years old. That clearly gives us a sense of this whole module which is running, this terror camp which is running in Islamabad, Pakistan. It is also said that not only Kashmiri boys, there are various other teenage boys from Pakistan who are a part of this camp, who are undertaking training and then are sent to Kashmir through LOC. But the most important factor here is that Kashmiri boys are not traveling across to the other side through the traditional routes of LOC and international border, but now they are going through the official route, taking visas from the Pak High Commission and taking the Wagah Atari border usually, and then going across, meeting their handlers out there in Pakistan and undergoing training, and then returning back indeed and getting involved in the militant ranks out here in Jammu and Kashmir. 2 of the boys have already been killed in an encounter as per the press release of Jammu and Kashmir Police. They have information of 1 more boy who has indeed been involved and is underground and is associated with a militant outfit. Clearly a worrisome sign coming in for the security forces. At the same time revealing the plot of Pakistan to really indulge and involve as many as young kids in this particular training camp and impart as many wounds to the Indian security forces.
Absolutely. And Khalid, since you mentioned about the Pakistan's complicity there, What are you learning about the level of infiltration across both the line of control and the international border, especially the modus operandi that these groups are adopting in recent weeks and months?
We have seen a splurge in the number of infiltration bids which have been filed by the security forces along the line of control. Indeed, it becomes very difficult now for the Pakistanis to send in infiltrators from the line of control. And now that's why perhaps they seem to be changing their modus operandi, getting the people to Pakistan through formal route or through various means and channels, and then sending them back from the same formal route. And then once they come back to Kashmir, they join these militant ranks and then indulge in all sorts of terror-related activities. Clearly a big sign of worry. This could indeed lead to a diplomatic fiasco, because this is not just a case of 2 boys or 5 boys. The sources and agencies are saying that they are indeed accumulating a list of all the boys between the age of 18 and 27 which have gone across on valid Pakistani visas and have stayed there for more than 60 days. And they will be indeed creating a whole list of these people and really examining and putting them under surveillance and try to find out the scale of this operation and how far this operation really goes.